In today's day and age, we know about the law of attraction, the law of opposite, and the observer effect. Just like if a believer and an unbeliever fall, gravity works for all people. So does manifestation. People have an effect on the particles that turn into atoms, which are the building blocks for all things. Christians say that God calls us to control this, to take authority, and to have dominion over all the earth, like it says in the first chapter of Genesis. If you believe that God made us in his image and we were literally made to bring heaven to earth, how do you propose to do that without knowing about manifestation and the laws of the universe? Don't be afraid when science is providing these laws to be accurate with the non-believers and New Age alike. Even haters manifest. We are more than the lessons that we grew up with and the experiences that we've endured. Humanity is more than just human. Gene, I think it's called PI Guts, has a theory of development that I like to go back to. Basically, as long as you know from birth to age 7, you're pretty much programmed, then you'll get the rest. But she has 4 stages, and you could read about it when my cat's not crawling around. I'll post this. I've also heard it's around age 7 when children tend to be the most open to discussion about learning about faith-related topics. Personally, I'm into the neuroscience, particle physics, quantum mechanics, and manifestation, vibrational healing, frequencies, abundance. They're not just scams on the internet and sci-fi movies that the industry has had such an impact on people's opinions about some of these topics. Likewise, the Westerners, people from the United States, have a tendency to label people into groups like New Agers. So anything that comes from the East, like China with Buddhism or India with Hinduism, that practice meditation or energy movement or holistic healing alternatives and so on, here in the States, it sort of all falls under New Age. Can we just take away the labels? All the science and the psychology and the religions, they all have common ground, and they need to be summarized in a non-offensive and non-judgmental, free kind of a way. You shouldn't have to sign up for gurus' coaching sessions and take a course after course to learn universal truths that are out there if you know where to look. That's what this book is that I'm writing. I'm searching for me as much as I'm searching for you guys too, because my self-improvement is important and so is yours. And you shouldn't have to pay thousands of dollars in seminars and courses and coaching to obtain it. Even the truth that we are energy is understood differently in the East and in the West. Ask an American what they need when they need more energy. Let's say, "Hi, Dick. You look tired," says Jane. "I feel tired." "I guess I'm low on energy. I should eat something, huh?" answers Dick. "My mom and I just made a fresh batch of chocolate chip cookies. Would you like to come over? I bet they're still warm from the oven," says Jane. Now, I might be aging myself using Dick and Jane as an example, but you get the message. When Americans think about energy, they think about calories. Now, let's go to the East and talk to Yi and Jen. "Hi, Jen. You look tired," says Yi. "I feel tired. I guess I'm low on energy. I should balance my chi," answers Jen. "My mom and I are about to go to yoga. Would you like to join us?" Now, in my opinion, Westerners added the colors of the rainbow to the chakra for marketing. Now, if you ask an American about chakras, they know the colors instead of their spinning wheels keeping your personal energy flowing. My question to the East is, how do you know that energy flows in the same specific meridians with the same wheels in the same place for all of us? If you can't see it, how do you know where it is? Can my energy be different than anyone else's energy? And can our energy move differently? I had to look to science for answers to questions like these. Think of what a sound wave looks like. Kind of like, right? And you can also look into the double slit experiment. I have a little note in here about that. That's really cool to look at. But we're going to go with the sound wave for this. So science has been measuring all kinds of energy. And my personal favorite is the emotional energy. So positive emotions are measured higher in altitude and frequency, how often they go up and down. And the lower emotions are a little bit lower of a hump, and it's broader get from one to the other. So their wave would move like, and then you have the high energy. Okay, so it can affect your health too, because energy is in your cells and you are made of cells. So therefore your energy can affect your cells, which is part of your health. And so you'll get a lot into energy healing, which is going to be, I think, really big in the next century. But, who sees? So if you want to read this book, I'm just asking you to open up your mind and your beliefs and open yourself and experience something that could be a paradigm shift, which is like a change in your perspective. Christians, you can think of it like the Bible says, you're renewing your mind. Neuroscience calls it neuroplasticity. The medical field has found out that, spoken words can have the greatest impact on someone's healing process. And that's not even getting into the emotional frequencies, adding things like with different energy signatures and vibrations and all of those great things, where particle physics teaches us about the observer effect and what we can bring in with the law of attraction. So there's a lot to go over, and we're all saying the same thing. In quantum mechanics, you can see more and more manifestation theorists arise, and they're all talking about the law of attraction, where creation takes place, or like a co-creation, depending on who you're listening to. And of course, the Bible always talks about creation and how we create and co-create. But I think this would be a good book to kind of go over a couple different perspectives and how we're all saying the same thing. And I don't know what that says. Okay, so we know that there are sounds that we cannot hear, like when we blow a dog whistle, and he can hear it and we can't. And my cat is here, by the way. And, like weather has taught us, when we look up at the sky, there's this whole color spectrum, and some of the colors on the spectrum we just can't see with our eyes. So just because you can't hear the sounds of the dog whistle or see all of the colors on the spectrum in the sky, it doesn't mean that they're not there. It just means you have to learn it a different way than looking and listening. And you can, count in all of your five senses and all of your, people like to say you're in the physical realm or dimension, or however you want to put it. And the point is, there's more here than what we can see, hear, touch, taste, smell, all of those things. And it's in all of the religions. It's in the Christianity. It's in the four truths of the four noble truths of the Buddhists, the Quran, 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 K-cup, I don't know. And the psychologists have been writing it on their papers for years and years and years. So if atoms are the building blocks for the things that we can see and hear and touch in our human experience, what builds the atom? What builds the building blocks? What if I told you that it could be you, that it is you, that you're actually doing it right now, that you, in ways that you don't even know, because you can't see it, hear it, smell it, you haven't learned it yet, are already making things that are making the building blocks of tomorrow. So yeah, that's pretty much what I want to go over, and I'm going to start posting videos. And I've got one final paragraph, 3 minutes, I'll keep going. So the first thing that I suggest when you're getting into this, they talk about the observer effect. Before you start getting into what you're observing with your eyes, step back for a minute. I'm not going to say meditate, but just think about what you are doing. So if I was watching myself right now and watching myself make this video, I'm thinking about how does it make me feel? Sometimes I get really excited and I start talking faster and my heart rate goes up. So sometimes I slow myself down and I take control and I go off script because I want to say something different. I'm making a choice, and other times I'm reading the script and I'm just going on autopilot and I'm just in the zone, right? Like auto drive, when you get in a car and all of a sudden you're there, you were like on autopilot. So that's the part of you that we call like the program or the matrix, or I've heard it so many different ways, but when you can see that you're in that and observe yourself, and then start trying to do that more and more. And some people use meditation for this. I've just been doing a lot of reading about it and practicing it on my own. I'm not a meditator. I might try, but it's not my favorite thing. I talk fast, I move fast, I write fast. Slowing down is really hard for me, and I have a lot of different things in my head like all the time. So first thing that I start with is the observer effect, is observing yourself. And then get into, like, you know, be your own psychologist. Be like, and how does that make you feel? And then pay attention to what feelings are. And, you know, sometimes, like, when you're sad, you want to cry, so you feel it in your eyes. Or when you're mad, you can get hot, right? Like, in your body, like, you just get so heated. See, that's a sense. You're feeling it. So emotions have feelings and, you know, physical feelings. So how does it make you feel physically? Like, pay attention to those things. And then I have this adorable little picture, but I don't have it with me right now. So I'm going to stop for today, and I'm going to post a little bit as I've been journaling and share my my journal with you guys a little bit and see how that goes and if anyone actually watches. So, yeah. Bye.